Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I made this delicious Egusi Ijebu. But before then, let me show you the ingredients. Here I have my beef. I have cleaned it to perfection. I have Shaki, Pomo and stockfish head. I'm going to cut that stockfish head into pieces. I have dried goat's meat. I'll soak this in hot water to rehydrate it. I also have some dried catfish, asa fish, also known as ejalson, and dried shawa. All this will be cleaned and deboned as well. I have crayfish powder, smoked prawns, locust beans, also known as iru. I have a mixture of beef and crayfish bouillon cubes here. Star of the show, which is the melon seeds, aka egusi. I have onion, bell peppers, and habanero pepper. Use as much or as little as you can tolerate. I have pure palm oil. This palm oil is so good. Next, I'll cook the toughest meats, starting with the shaki and the beef. If you were in Nigeria, I would say you cook this shaki separately because shaki in Nigeria is usually tougher. And next, I added some onion, a bit of the seasoning. I'm using Cameroon pepper. If you want, you could blend your onion and a little bit of habanero together. I just rinsed out the mini chopper I used to blend the onion and added the water into it, gave it a mix, and now I'm going to cover and allow to cook. While that is cooking, next I'm going to soak the goat's meat with hot water. This is to get rid of the salt that was used to dry this meat and also whatever dirt that might be left on it. If you don't have dried goat meat, feel free to use whatever meat you have, but trust me, this was so good. Next, I'll go ahead to soak the dried fish as well, and soaking with hot water actually helps get rid of the sand if there is sand on your own fish, but this one is super clean, and also to bring it back to life, so ensure you soak it with hot water. Next, I'll begin to heat up the pan while I clean the egusi. You know, we're not cleaning this egusi with water, so it is important to do this. I don't know what to call this that I'm doing to get rid of whatever dirt. You'll be able to see if there is sand or foreign bodies in your egusi. Carefully pick them out and then transfer this into the heated pan and begin to stir consistently. You want to do this on medium heat, not high heat, so you don't end up burning the egusi. This helps give it a distinct flavor, but it is not compulsory. I'll go ahead and check on the meat so it doesn't burn and continue to roast the egusi. This will take about 10 minutes before it turns to this. Once you begin to get some color on it, take it off the heat. It is ready. Let it cool down, and then you're going to blend with the rest of your ingredients. So I have cleaned my peppers. Now I'm going to transfer all of them into a blender. If you are new to this channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. My name is Bukola Esther and I am a foodie. I love to cook. I love to show people how to cook, and I also love to see people enjoy my meals. So if you like videos like this, please don't forget to like this particular one and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Now you're going to add water to keep the blender moving. This blender really didn't do a good job, so I decided to transfer it into the smoothie jug so that it'll become smooth. Can you see it's a bit lumpy, and I don't want that. Egusi Ijebu is supposed to be smooth can be. So after blending, I transferred it into a bowl and rinsed out the blender. At this point, the meat is done. It is important that you continue to keep an eye on the meat so it doesn't burn. Next, I'm going to add the pomo, dried fish, the cleaned dried goat's meat, the dried fish as well. You know, I had to divide the dried fish in half because it was a lot. I mean, look at my pot, it's already full. Now I'm going to add some water, season it some more. If you are using dried goat meat, please do not use salt because you don't want your soup to turn out too salty. They usually dry all of these things with a lot of salt, which is why I soaked it with hot water to get rid of that salt. And this is what we have, the creamy, delicious Egusi Ijebu mix. I'll transfer this into a cleaned pot that is heating up nicely. Rinse out the bowl. I'll give it a good mix to combine. Then I'll season it some more. If you would like to see another egusi recipe, the normal egusi, fried egusi style, I'm going to link it, so click on the link above or below in the description. I'm going to add some smoked prawns. As you could see, one of the seasoning jumped in, so I was just trying to break it right there. I'll give this all a mix and then I'll cover and let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes. Once it bubbles up together, you don't want to leave this and travel. Stay there so it doesn't burn. Next, I'm going to add some oil. I added about 3 cooking spoons of palm oil. And you guys, I must emphasize, this particular palm oil I used is so good. It wasn't rubbing on the upper part of my mouth, and I really loved that. I'm going to give it all a good mix and transfer all of that delicious meat I've been boiling all day long. Well, I wasn't boiling it all day long. It's just me trying to be funny. I'm going to add it all, including the stock, to the pot of egusi soup. And you guys, can you see how this is coming together? Really nice. Oh my god, some of you are already salivating. Well, that's the sign you need. Make yours and enjoy as much as I did. Give it all a good mix and add more water if needed. Egusi Ijebu is not supposed to be that thick, so if you need to, add more water. Next, you're going to cover this and let it cook so everything can be well incorporated. Then you taste and see if you need to adjust the seasoning, but for me it was just fine. So this is about 10 minutes later, or less actually. You need to keep an eye on it to know when it is ready. And you guys, this is what we have, the most delicious egusi soup you find on YouTube. I'm saying this with my full chest. Can you see how gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous this looks? You guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button. This was how I served my husband, and it would be unfair for me to not taste it, so that you guys can see how delicious and how much I enjoyed it and the sign you need to make yours. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate you, and I want to see you in my next video. Bye.